12 sense spheres and dependent origination.
Skill in knowing the 12 sense spheres, Āyatana-Kusalatā, and dependent origination, Paṭicca-Samuppāda, in the Sangīti Sutta. The Sangīti Sutta, Dīgha Nikāya 33, highlights skill in knowing the 12 sense spheres and dependent origination as fundamental aspects of Buddhist wisdom. Āyatana-Kusalatā, understanding the 12 sense spheres, Āyatana, which shape perception and experience. Paṭicca-Samuppāda, understanding dependent origination, the law of cause and effect that explains the cycle of suffering. Mastering these concepts leads to wisdom, detachment, and insight into reality. Āyatana-Kusalatā, understanding the 12 sense spheres. The 12 sense spheres describe perception through 6 internal sense bases: ajatika, ayatana, eye, kakayatana, vision, ear, sotayatana, hearing, nose, ganayatana, smell, tongue, jivhayatana, taste, body, kayayatana, touch, mind, manayatana, cognition. 6 external sense bases: bahirayatana, forms, rupayatana, objects of sight, sounds, sadayatana, objects of hearing, smells, gandhayatana, objects of smell, tastes, rasayatana, objects of taste, tangible objects, phothabhayatana, objects of touch, mental objects, dhammayatana, thoughts, emotions, how perception leads to suffering. A sense faculty contacts an object, phassa. Consciousness, vijnana, arises. The mind labels it as pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. Craving, tanha, and clinging, upadana, develop, leading to suffering. Why this knowledge is important: breaks illusions of self, anatta. Perception is a conditioned process, not a fixed self. Leads to non-attachment. Recognizing impermanence reduces craving. Supports mindfulness, sati. Enhances awareness of perception's role in suffering. Paṭicca-Samuppāda, understanding dependent origination. Paṭicca-Samuppāda explains how suffering arises and can be ended. The 12 links of dependent origination. Avijja, ignorance, not understanding the 4 noble truths. Sankhara, mental formations, karma-driven volitional actions. Vijnana, consciousness, awareness shaped by past karma. Namarupa, mind and body, the mental and physical self. Salayatana, 6 sense bases, the faculties that process experience. Phassa, contact, interaction between senses and objects. Vedana, feeling, pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral sensations. Tanha, craving, desire for pleasurable experiences. Upadana, clinging, attachment to pleasure, existence, or views. Bhava, becoming, karmic accumulation leading to rebirth. Jati, birth, rebirth into existence. Jara marana, aging and death, the inevitable suffering of life. How sense spheres and dependent origination connect salayatana, 6 sense bases, drives perception, contact, phassa, leads to feeling, vedana. Feeling leads to craving, tanha, sustaining suffering. By understanding this process, one can break the cycle of rebirth and suffering. Applying these teachings in daily life. A. In meditation, vipassana. Observe how sense perception arises and ceases. Contemplate impermanence, anicca, suffering, dukkha, and non-self, anatta. Develop detachment from sensory experiences. B. In daily life. Recognize how sensory contact leads to craving. Practice non-reactivity to pleasant and unpleasant experiences. Apply mindful awareness, sati, in daily interactions. Connection to core Buddhist teachings. A. The Noble Eightfold Path. Right view, samaditthi, understanding perception and suffering. Right effort, samavayama, preventing unwholesome reactions. Right mindfulness, samasati, observing sense contact with wisdom. B. The 3 marks of existence. Tilakkhana, impermanence, anicca, sense perceptions constantly change. Suffering, dukkha, clinging to sensory experiences leads to dissatisfaction. Non-self, anatta. There is no fixed self behind perception. Conclusion: understanding the 12 sense spheres and dependent origination leads to insight, detachment, and wisdom. Recognizing how perception conditions craving and suffering helps practitioners develop right understanding and progress toward nibbana. Would you like practical techniques to apply these insights in meditation and daily life?
12 sense spheres and dependent origination.